Hello guys, welcome to Harika versus Harika candid interview. So Harika is a training pharmacist, intern pharmacist under us, under Elite Expertise. She's one of the intern pharmacists working for community pharmacy in Adelaide, based in Australia. She has also been our KAPS student, qualified KAPS from Elite Expertise previously, and we've known her for a while, and we have a very good relationship with her. So a lot many people like they ask us to project about the life of an intern pharmacist, how they got a job as an intern pharmacist in Australia. So clearing CAPS exam is not the end of the journey. It's just the beginning where you have to search for internship, residency requirements, and then moving to Australia, finding an internship, and then working, and then like we're going to talk about what hardships people face in finding an intern position, because as like it's evident that struggle is a part of life, and if you keep on moving and struggling, one final day you will get there, and Harika is an example of it. So let's talk to Harika, nice to see you.
Good to see you, ma'am. How are you doing?
Good, thank you so much. Pleasure having you today. So, as everyone wants, and we want to know how did you struggle to find an internship position? Normally, finding one internship is difficult, one position is difficult, but you found two positions, and I know you changed between two intern pharmacist jobs. So, how did you like approach for a position? How did you change your resume? What references you included, and how did you land in this position?
Ma'am, at the initial stage, honestly speaking, I don't have any kind of pharmacy experience. So when I approached a pharmacy, they suggested me to get into a pharmacy assistant or dispensary technician position first, and then gain a bit more exposure about the pharmacy and stuff. And then they suggested me to go to the intern level. So that's what I've done. Since I don't have any pharmacy assistance experience as well, I for some days, about 2 to 3 weeks, I volunteered for them, and with that kind of experience, I got a pharmacy assistant job, and I worked as an assistant for I think 4 months, and then that's how I got an intern position at the same place. But then
Yeah.
it didn't go well for me, so that's the reason I had to change the pharmacies.
So we'll talk about that shortly.
Yeah.
So as Harika is explaining, she didn't have any prior experience, and getting the intern pharmacist position was tough for her. After CATS, she qualified easily in 3.5 months preparation, but after that, it was tough for her in getting the internship position. So the pharmacy where she approached, they said, please join as a volunteer, work for free as a volunteer for 3 weeks to gain exposure, and then she joined. So getting into the system is more important in Australia, and because in Australia they seek for Australian work experience, so they want Australian work experience exposure, because they want you to talk to their customers and patients in a good manner, in the slang accent, and get used to the Australian standards of practice, and that comes only with exposure. So it's the right decision initially, it's a good start. So taking a volunteer position and getting into the role, and then knowing the whereabouts, will make you an experienced person. So that's what Harika did.
Yes.
And then she was offered the intern position in the same pharmacy, but it didn't go well. So what happened? Like what happened with the work culture issues? Yeah.
Ma'am, every other workplace is a bit challenging. Nothing is easy, but you just need to get used to it. After working for 4 months, it didn't go well. Trust me, ma'am. I used to have these panic attacks and anxiety, constant anxiety, and I felt like that's affecting my learning process. So that's how I decided to change the pharmacies. That I'm not going to work there anymore.
Yeah, I understand. That's all. So, but getting the second position was pretty much easy,
Yeah.
because now Harika was already
Yeah.
having that exposure into pharmacy practice. So, how did you find the second position?
Second one,
Second,
it was pretty good. Yeah, it was
yeah.
pretty good, and the people are very good. They're supporting me really well, and they're teaching me very well. Yeah, and the pharmacy I worked before, that helped me a lot to picking up things quickly at the current workplace.
So, yes, prior experience in the previous pharmacy helped you in like coping well with the new pharmacy. I mean, like
Yes.
now you know more, so you have already you have inbuilt confidence in you. and you can easily approach things.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's a part of struggle. Did you make any changes to your resume? Of course, you
Yes,
added
ma'am,
the
of
experience.
course. Yeah, I've made a lot of changes for my while I was applying for my second job. So I've added pretty much everything. I've learned um, I've learned the basics of starting for an internship at the prior place. So that's how I added everything, so that all the works and all the stuff that I used to do at the previous pharmacy, I've added everything for my next resume when I was applying, and that's how it helped me to get it more quickly. So the interview process and everything, hiring everything, was got done
Yeah.
in a week. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
quick.
Because now you're more experienced,
Yeah,
and they would want someone with more experience and exposure rather than teaching someone from scratch.
yeah,
They would not,
yeah.
yeah, like they would not waste their time because time is very precious.
So true,
So
so true, man.
yes, so you've made a lot of changes to your resume, cover letter. You've like included the previous volunteer experience plus the intern pharmacist
And
experience
the
basically.
pharmacy
So
assistant experience as well.
experience as
Yeah,
well. So helping you get a job, landing into a job very quickly.
yeah.
So I think now things are going well, which is good.
Ma'am, one small tip
Um,
I would like to give is it's better if you have of the over-the-counter medicines knowledge, because that's the basic level they test you while getting to an interview.
that's true. Yes. So over-the-counter knowledge, primary healthcare knowledge.
Yeah.
That's what it is. If you are able to recommend specifically pharmacist only medications as well.
Yes.
Like if you have a basic understanding about pharmacist only medications like cold sores, eczema conditions, like basic cold cough remedies,
Basic
and
wound care.
wound care, yes, definitely wound management, which is what we do
Yeah.
mostly in primary healthcare. So if you have these basic knowledges, they would test that, and if you're good, then they're happy to take you. So you've learned dispensary software as well, right?
Yes.
Previous volunteer, which is good.
Yes.
Because they want them knowing the dispensary software so that quickly you can get trained back into their role.
Yes.
So which dispensary software did you learn, Harika?
The previous one was Minforce.
Yeah.
The current one is MyScript, where I'm working. So that's at Chemist Warehouse. It's pretty much more easier than what I've seen with Minforce.
Yeah, MyScript is pretty easy. FredNet, MyScript are pretty much easy compared to Miniforce. But again, Miniforce will give you some experience to get into the software, how to do it.
Yeah.
So excellent. I mean, like, life is not bed of roses. It takes struggle to reach it.
Yes, of
So
course.
we don't say, like, qualify KAPS and then you will have a big bungalow or a car, a Ferrari in Australia. Yes, you will have a consistent lifestyle only if you struggle to find and if you keep moving. So Harika has changed 2 jobs. She found some problems, issues in coping up with the previous job, but she didn't give up. She used her every opportunity to gain exposure. And she stayed positive throughout. She didn't give up and run away to India, but still she kept going. So she started as a volunteer and then worked as an intern, assistant actually, and an intern, and then a proper intern pharmacist. And she's getting closer. She'll have exams. When are you planning to give your exams?
October.
October, yeah. Oral and written.
Yes.
Training.
Ma'am, trust me, this thing, going back to India and all this kind of stuff, this has been striking me at each and every single moment until now. But yeah, never give up.
Yes, that's true. So when I started, I was doing as an assistant as well. When I started in Australia, when I came in 2018, we didn't have money. Sarah and I, we didn't have money at least to rent an apartment. So we used to stay in a small lodge, local lodge. And then we worked. There's a Chemist Warehouse next door. So I worked as an assistant, like cleaning shelves, mopping, vacuuming dispensary, shifting umbrellas.
Yeah.
Then after that, I realized that this is not what I should be doing. I didn't even clear KAPS by then, but I used that experience and I went to a pharmacy called Mama Village Pharmacy, which is like the best pharmacy in Australia. They didn't have any position, intern pharmacist position. So I went and asked them. I called them 5 times. They said no. Then I said, please give me one appointment. I want to talk to you. You can say no.
Yeah.
I went and talked to them and I spoke to them about what I've learned and what I can contribute, what my experience is, overseas, etc., etc., clinically, how I'm trained, etc., etc. And they said, okay, we will create a position for you. And they create, because they didn't have interns for last 10 years, it seems.
Oh,
So one of the pharmacists went for a Australian pharmacy tour, pharmacy tour in Australia. So they said they will create a position, and they created a position, and like they taught me so much. Five different teachers were teaching me, so it was amazing experience. So I would say if you keep struggling and trying and never giving up, just like what Harika is doing.
that's
So
actually good, ma'am. Communication is the key. So if you communicate well, that's you actually created a position there, which is really good.
yeah, so we've negotiated. See, I can do this for you.
Yeah.
Please, like, I'm happy to work as like, same salary which an assistant gets. Like at that time, the award rate was higher for an assistant in their pharmacy. Like they were giving $30+ for an assistant pharmacy assistant. And I said, I just need 27. I'm an intern.
Yeah.
So please create a position and I'll do everything for you. And they created a position, and I was so lucky. And just because of that community experience, like my preceptor was a diabetes educator, equity consultant pharmacist, we had an asthma educator. So everyone was teaching. And because of that, I could involve in more pain trials, community-based pharmacist studies. And that experience I showed in the hospital,
Yeah.
okay, where I was searching for hospital pharmacist positions. And this experience, this community experience, I showed in the hospital in an interview, and they said, okay, we are taking you. That's why how I landed in the first job in hospital as well.
Yes, ma'am. Each and
So
every single skill is an added advantage to your resume, definitely.
definitely. And I would also recommend, like Harika said, you have to change resume and cover letter to suit a particular job. You can't use like one cover letter resume and just click on and bulk resume you keep sending to everyone. No, you don't do that. You have to tailor it. If you are not able to tailor it, they will just hardly take 20 seconds to read your resume and reject.
Yeah.
Throw it away. So please, you have to tailor your resume to suit them, and you have to show what you know, because it's a give and take business. What you can give and what I can get in its life. That's true. Harika has been amazing in what she's doing, and I'm sure, I think 5 months from now, I'll see you as a fully registered pharmacist.
Hopefully,
licensed
ma'am.
pharmacist. And then you struggles. And then your struggles to go, grow forward in your life will start. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But you will. Now your brain has improved to cope up challenges.
Yeah.
And you have been like better day by day. So you have to be proud of yourself. Thank you so much for this candid interview, Harika. It has been amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so it's Harika Cherukuri versus Harika. It has been very lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.